You're off your rocker, Pete. You know that.
Oi, get back here!
Shit. What do you think?
Just run, you idiot.
Bollocks.
Over there!
Come on, down here.
No, Pete. There's a train! Peter!
Just don't stop. You alright?
Get back here!
Guess we're going down.
Big trouble!
Come on, this way. See ya. Come on. Nice work.
Huh?
You're late.
Hi?
You were supposed to be here 20 minutes ago. I gave you clear instructions. Anyway, come on. We can probably still make it if you're quick.
What are you talking about?
Hang on, Pete. Hey, mate, can you get us out of here?
What? Are you kidding? Didn't you hear me? We don't have time for this. Either you're coming or piss off. But don't expect a refund. This isn't a charity.
Guess we're going with him then.
Sam! What are you doing? That thing's radioactive. Get back!
Chicken.
Sam! Oh my god.
It's now or never, son! They're over there! So be it.
Wait!
You're nicked. The other one's through that door. Gotcha!
No. I don't believe it.
The next station is Cobbett Square.
Got any aces?
Yeah, have my ace. Slipping out without saying goodbye.
All right then. Goodbye, everyone. See you all later.
All right, cheeky. Finish your coursework?
Yeah, basically.
Liar.
Can I go out, Mum?
Of course, Puddin'. Say hello to Vivek for me.
Would it kill you to spend some time with your family for once?
What you gonna do, Emma? Arrest me? Take the uniform off. It's so daft. I think you look very handsome.
Handsome?
You look very tidy, dear.
I hope you can put up with my sister better than I can, Ash.
Oh, I guess I'm just stuck with her at this point. Off you go then.
Text me when you're on your way home, love.
Bet you £5 I could hit that car over there with a rock or something.
Go on then.
Nah, what if the alarm goes off?
Too scared.
No, I just don't want to upset the neighbours.
Hey Donna,
Hey, you got here quick.
I thought you would be working in the Codfather tonight. Come on, where's my free chips and curry sauce?
Nah, Dad's had to close down for a few days.
Right in the deep fat fryer again.
You've spiked the batter, haven't you?
Nothing that exciting. Just a dodgy batch of scampi. Gave some people a runny bottom.
Well, there goes that Michelin star.
Cheer up. At least you don't stink of fish grease tonight.
Are you both finished? Did you see that guy just then? The one with the pretty lady?
Pretty lady, eh?
I've been watching him from my window for a few nights now.
Bit creepy.
Internet porn not enough for you?
I keep seeing him bringing home different girls. Boys too.
Vivek, I'd have hoped your parents would have talked to you about this. Let me explain the birds and the bees.
That's not the weird part. He brings them home, but I've not seen one of them leave.
What are you saying?
Well, I've had my suspicions for a while, but I'm now pretty convinced. I think he's building a guerrilla army.
That's dumb. It's probably just a weird sex thing.
Weird sex thing, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I hadn't considered that. Probably a sex thing, yeah.
We should play Knockdown Ginger on him.
Let's see if he's on Tinder.
No way. We've got to be all forensic and stuff. Covert surveillance, like your sister.
I don't think Emma would know the meaning of covert.
Getting bored. Want to do some gas?
Oh, sweet. I'm up for that. Okay, Becky, what would you rather do? Be put in prison for 10 years, but when you come out you get £20 million, tax-free. Or, get the 20 mil up front, but you die when you're 35.
What are you on about?
Come on, which one would you take?
I wouldn't take either. They both sound shit.
No, you have to.
Probably take the 20 million up front, live it up on a yacht.
But you die when you're 35.
Yeah, I know.
Like a really horrible slow death.
Okay, fine. I'll go to prison then.
But it's solitary confinement for the entire time.
That's okay.
And you don't have a bed to sleep on. Just a stone floor with loads of spiders about.
You're just adding stuff to make it worse.
I wish you would keep that same energy online when you see me. Chop it down, you gotta keep the rounds on repeat. I be leaving on the ground, that's a receipt. I smoke a lot of weed, I could have been down with the BGs. Started them uptown with some down south G's, and we still kick those off the heezy. Me and my guys too groovy. And we still get grungy, dreadlocks still oozy. Nothing but G's round here, so Gucci. Them man, they're gazy, don't live no movies. But me and my guys too groovy. And we still get grungy, dreadlocks still oozy. Nothing but G's round here, so Gucci. Them man, they're gazy, don't live no movies. Aye. Right now I'm in the big league. That's why you only see.
Check it out. Freaky dude's back and he's all alone.
Not this again.
Let's see what he's up to.
No way! I don't want to be turned into a human kebab.
He is pretty fit.
Always thinking about boys.
Of course. Let's follow him. I want his number.
When he makes high concept art out of your body parts, don't say I didn't warn you.
You only live once. Let's tail the creep.
You know, he's probably meeting with his superiors in the guerrilla army.
Oh, right. So Cannibal Killer is out, Guerrilla Army is back in.
Yeah, I'm coming round to it again.
Poor fella's probably just run out of condoms.
Should have bought bulk online.
Could have saved himself a walk. You can get condoms in the loo at the Ploughman's Arms.
He's actually pretty good looking for a deranged killer.
I can't deny, he's one handsome man.
Almost as pretty as you, hun.
Ah, make a boy blush.
This has echoes of Viv's other conspiracy theories.
Wake up, sheeple. There are crazy things going on in this city.
All those 3 months when he went full flat earther.
On that occasion, I was just a victim of fake news.
Never been to this part of town before.
Me neither. Handsome guy's heading for that old building. Guerrilla army's still not off the table. Building looks big enough to be a fortress.
Place is half fallen down.
Maybe he's setting up a rave.
Okay, but what about all those people he's been disappearing?
They're probably all inside having fun.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
I'm game.
You two are mental. What are you going to do? Just walk through the front door?
Just follow me.
Let's try that back door over there.
Crap, it's locked.
Oh, that's that then.
One of those top floor windows are open.
I'm sure we can get up there somehow.
Willing to concede at this point, he might not be the head of a guerrilla army.
What the hell is going on here?
Guy's like an X-Man or something.
Holy shit, we're gonna be rich.
You are?
Get a video of this. We'll sell it to the tabloids. Imagine the likes.
Oh, I can't shoot it from here. Let me find the right position.
Leggett! This is mental!
Run, you bellend!
Wait! You guys! Guys, I'm stuck! Guys! Help!
What the hell have you done?
What do you mean? He was going to attack Donna.
Have you killed him?
A little appreciation here. I just saved your life.
Dude, bollock naked.
He's not dead, is he?
He's got superpowers. He probably can't be killed.
We got a call for an ambulance.
Whoa, hang on there. Let's not make any rash decisions.
I'm not getting in trouble for this. This was your dumb idea.
Donna, what if your sister finds out about this?
Well, what do we do then?
We need to move him. Let's get him inside, out of sight. That should hold him for now.
Thank God he's still breathing.
Okay, so let's call an ambulance. We can call anonymously, they'll just show up. We don't have to be here.
Hang on. We've left our fingerprints all over the place.
And your sister's a copper?
So what? It's not as if our fingerprints are on file anywhere.
Come on, Donna. They'll be on the secret government database. Besides, he got a real good look at you. He'll be able to identify you to the police.
We can't let him go.
For the time being, he has to stay here.
Hi, Em. What's up?
Where the hell are you? Tell me this instant.
Just hanging out at Viv's. Sorry, lost track of time.
Well, I'm at Vivek's right now and you're nowhere to be seen.
Just stay there. I'll be there right away.
Donna, don't you dare hang up on me.
Well?
That was Emma.
Your sister?
Yeah, she thinks I'm at Vivek's. She's there now.
Emma's at the Codfather.
You need to fix this, Donna. She can't come here. We'll go to prison.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, Becky. I'll deal with this.
Shh!
Why are you shitting us, Viv?
I was trying to get you to stop saying our names.
Oh, no.
He's awake.
is Salt Cellar Lane.
Dad! Hey, Dad.
Good morning. And yes, I am fully aware of the time. Just give me a sec, we'll be out of here.
Ready when you are. I did my lunch already, so you don't need to worry about that. And I know you said I couldn't have crisp sandwiches, but I put ketchup on it, so it's one of my 5 a day. Oh, and before I forget, you know I asked you to sign my homework diary? Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore. I managed to forge your signature. By the way, a friendly reminder, there's nothing in the freezer. Can you go to the shop? Maybe get some of that new mouthwash while you're there. You know, the one with the picture of the dragon on the bottle. It's the best one because it shows all the bits of bad breath in the sink when you spit it out. Dad, can I get an electric toothbrush for my birthday? My friend Dylan has one. He said it's really fun, like going on the car wash, but in your mouth. Maybe we could share it with 2 different brush heads, obviously. You need a new toothbrush anyway. Your one has hairs all over it. And it looks as flat as a pancake. Dad, how comes I have hair and you don't? You have some, but it's in the shape of a horseshoe.
Okay, all set?
Phone, Dad.
Damn it. Give it a buzz for me, Mole.
Calling. All set?
Let's rock and roll.
Let me check the pace. The last one downstairs is the rotten turnip.
Slow down, Mole. Not sure I'm up to a race.
Just bills and some post for that man, Jack. What's the deal with Jack's post always coming to us?
Well, it's the same surname and initial. Come on, let's drop it off for him.
Okay. So, chicken dippers for dinner?
Oh, I don't know, probably should try and be a bit more healthy. How about white fish on a bed of lentils?
Wow, get you, Jamie Oliver. Hello, Jack.
Oh, hey.
Got your post again.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, cheers.
Jack, your clothes look mental.
What? No, they're not.
I'm not sure he wants fashion advice from us, eh?
They're so tight, doesn't your will get pinched?
Funny kid. Anyway, I have to go. Nice seeing you both.
Do you have any post for us?
Yeah, hand it over. Stealing posts is a crime.
Ah, yeah, I do. There you go. Sorry, it's a bit of a pile.
Oh, thanks.
You messed up, Jack.
Anyway, I've really got to run.
Don't give yourself a wedgie.
You see that? Laziness. Couldn't even bother to bring me my damn post.
I like him.
Promise me you won't turn out like that.
Don't worry, Dad. Your daughter's a super genius.
Good. Now remember, I get your first million.
Why don't you and Jack be friends? You don't have any friends.
Well, that's a bit harsh. What about Shazia?
Yeah, but she's a work friend. You need cooler friends. Friends who jog and have stupid hair.
There's plenty of those idiots down the gym.
But you don't go to the gym. You were joking about fish on a bed of mentals, right?
You're going to turn into a chicken dipper one of these days, and then they'll lock me up.
Well, that's silly.
I think some of these letters are from social services again.
Don't worry. If they send one of those people around again, I'll shoot them with a machine gun, then push them down the rubbish chute.
Right, see you later then, nuisance.
Don't forget dinner.
Love you too.
Gross. Bye, Dad.
Morning. Fancy seeing you here.
Yep.
Whereabouts do you work?
Sorry, mate, what with that?
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're doing on your phone.
Sorry, I'm being rude.
Don't worry. See you around.
You bloody idiots!
My phone!
That's expensive stuff!
Are you guys all right?
The screen's smashed. Do you know how expensive these are?
Look, let me help you up.
Get away from my stuff, thief!
All right, fine.
Give me your arm. You two were made for each other.
Hang on, were we just...
Sorry, mate. I've gotta go.
Right.
What time do you call this?
Sorry, I got held up.
Oh, never mind that. I need your advice on something.
Let's hear it.
So, I met Darren again last night. You know, the one with the funny ears.
Captain Spock.
Anyway, he invited me back to his last night. Finally!
Wait, I thought you were seeing Tony.
Keep up! Tony with the terrapins. Turned out he was married. So are you going to that drinks thing on Thursday?
I thought you were telling me about Darren.
I'll fill you in on that later. Please say you'll come out. You're the only one I can talk to.
It's at that expensive cocktail bar, right? No, I think I'll pass.
Oh well, you will be missed.
Morning, or should I say afternoon?
It's only just gone 9.
9:02 by my watch. Synced to Big Ben.
Is he serious?
Careful, sunshine. Don't forget who's in charge around here.
You're our supervisor, not our prison warden.
Now all I can think about is Shaz in handcuffs.
Do you even do any work round here?
If you knew the pressure I'm under to hit the new targets, the fact I'm keeping it together is a miracle.
Well, perhaps you need a holiday.
Oh, he's piped up, hasn't he? You better wind your neck in. Don't forget you're on report for all those days off.
Yeah, because he was in hospital.
Shaz.
That's tragic.
Come on.
Pizza print, you bastard!
Hello, welcome to technical support. To help us with your query, in your own words, please describe your problem.
Can I speak to a human, please?
Thanks. Did you say you would like to refer a friend?
Supervisor. Supervisor. Supervisor.
I'll put you through to one of our support team advisors.
Finally.
We are currently experiencing a high number of calls. You are number 164 in the queue. Please hold.
All right, 5:30. Let's get out of here.
John, mate, where do you think you're going?
I'm going home.
It's 5 p.m. I think we're entitled.
Didn't you get my email? I marked it as important. You couldn't have missed it.
I didn't see an email from you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. Long story short, there's been a bit of a foul-up. Anyway, I need the Royal Oak files completed by the start of tomorrow.
I think it can keep.
No can do. The big man upstairs says it's tomorrow or your department is in deep doo-doo.
I'll stick around and help you out.
Well, it's John's cases. I don't think we should set a precedent of sharing out work.
Thanks, Shaz, but it's okay.
What about Molly?
I'll get a sitter. You go home.
Good lad.
All right. Well, if you're sure, I'll see you outside Molly's school tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Shaz. And remember, it's a school night, so don't get up to too much trouble.
Ugh.
You never sent an email, did you?
Shit rolls downhill, mate.
Oh, shit. Chicken dippers.
You forgot dinner, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe there's something in the kitchen we can throw together.
I think there's some jelly in the fridge.
All right, let's have that then.
It's kind of late for you to get back. I've been here since 3 o'clock.
Well, do you want me to get a childminder in future?
Yes.
You don't need a childminder. And anyway, we can't afford one.
Well, I did my homework. Do you want to check it?
You don't need me to check it. You're smarter than me anyway. I'm just going to rest my eyes for a minute and then I'll sort out dinner.
You two were made for each other.
Molly, I'm sorry. I think I overslept again. Wait a minute. Where am I? Molly? Molly, are you here? What the hell is all this stuff? Where the hell am I? What's up with my voice? My body feels weird.
The next station is Platt Square.
Do you value all human life?
More or less.
Are there circumstances where it's appropriate to deceive a loved one or partner?
Anything is possible.
And to take the life of a loved one?
Sure, if that's what it takes.
Are you capable of suicide?
I can envisage a scenario where that would be the best option. Yeah.
What is your greatest fear?
But this interview will never end.
Are you afraid of answering questions?
I'm afraid of wasting time.
If you were to be sent on a long trip, how long could you be away from your normal life?
This is my normal life.
We mean your life outside of work, your attachments, your family.
However long as needed.
Even years?
What if the trip was indefinite?
Is it?
Thank you, Miss Hughes. We appreciate your time.
That'll be all for now.
Jail call 4128. Jail call 4128.
Got me on speed dial?
You got a spare hour or two?
I may have.
I'm coming over.
Mina! Mina Hughes!
You're in my way.
I'm Amy. Amy Ung. I'm pretty new here. I can understand why you wouldn't remember me.
Hi. Can you move, please? Thanks.
Oh, sorry. You're a big deal around here. I thought maybe you could give me some tips. I read your Operation Bloodhound report at Sandhurst. You know they use you as a case study there as an example of how to keep a clear head under extreme pressure.
Okay.
Since then I've been doing a lot of meditation. I think it helps a lot, you know? Oh, what am I saying? You don't need me to tell you that.
Sorry, are we going the same way?
Anyway, I've been with the company about 18 months now, just transferred over from the Gibraltar office. Have you been stationed there before? Sorry, that's a stupid question. There's good work being done over there at the moment, but obviously it's nothing compared to HQ. I'm really lucky to get the opportunity to work down here. Hey, maybe we'll end up working together at some point. It would be great to shadow you, to learn from the best.
Right.
I've heard so much about you. It's an honour to meet the legend in person.
This is my stop. Are you using the lift?
Oh, no. It's been lovely to meet you. Bye.
Hughes.
Sir.
See you've met Amy.
They keep getting younger.
Promising recruit, that one.
Yeah. Put her in the mix and you'll get anyone talking just to get her to shut up.
She's getting fast-tracked.
What?
Blasted thing.
Fast-tracked where?
The most intelligent people in the world working here, and we can't even get a lift to operate reliably.
What department?
Advanced Dynamics, your section.
So I'm her boss?
No. About bloody time. She'll be reporting to me for the time being. I want to oversee her progress directly.
That's quite unusual.
I've decided to include Amy in the selection process, same as you. I hear she performed very well. Let's see who comes out on top. I think this is your stop, Hughes.
Sir.
come for a checkup, have you?
You gonna let me in?
Can't get enough of my sensitive bedside manner.
If all you've got is talk, I'll find someone else.
Hey, just having a bit of fun.
Save it for the bedroom. Fun starts upstairs.
Are you right, babe?
Yeah, I just need to sit down for a moment.
Long day?
One that you can't wait to end.
Oh, my babe's saving the world again, is she?
The most exciting desk job there is.
Anything I can help with?
You could help me take out the recycling.
Oh, how about a back rub instead?
Yeah, I'll have one of those. But later. Is Dylan asleep?
Mm-mm. I'll let him wait up for you. Make sure he's reading and not watching TV.
I'll go say goodnight. Hey, Dylan.
Hi.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, just reading. How's Grandad?
What? Oh, yeah, he's fine. I told him about your 200-meter swimming badge. He was very proud.
500 metres, Mum. I got my 200-metre badge ages ago. Why do you always forget this stuff?
Oh, sorry. You're just getting too fast at getting these badges. It's hard to keep track.
Dad said you'll come and watch me do my 750 metres. Please say you'll come this time. You missed the 400 and the 300. Everyone else's mum's come.
I'm sorry, darling. You know that it's hard for me to always get away from work. But I'll make a special effort next time. I'll put it in my diary and underline it in red pen. Okay, now it's getting late. Time for bed.
Oh, come on. Can't I stay up until 9? Dad always lets me stay up a little longer if I'm reading.
Nice try. Come on, Dylan, lights out. Mum's tired.
It's not fair.
The next station is Cobbett Square.
Previously on Last Stop.
Did you see that guy just then? I keep seeing him bringing home different girls, but I've not seen one of them leave.
Let's follow him. I want his number. Holy shit! Get a video of this!
Leg it!
Help!
We need to move him. Let's get him inside, out of sight.
Where the hell are you?
Here she is.
Right. This is not on. You told Mum you'd text her. You didn't. You said you'd be at Vivek's house. You weren't.
We were worried about you, Donna. Is everything okay?
Just a moment, Ash, I'm not finished. Where the hell were you, Donna? Where are your friends? What prevented you giving us even a courtesy text?
I know. I'm a screw-up.
I had to come out here this late. I have work in the morning. Mum's got enough on her plate. You were out with Vivek again, right? Where is he?
I don't know.
I wonder how Vivek's dad feels about his son staying out all hours. Why don't I ask him while we're here? I bet he'll appreciate me knocking on his door in the middle of the night.
No, please don't do that.
Babe, it's pretty late. Perhaps we should all just go home.
Oh, perfect. My fiancé's taking your side now. I don't know what's happened with you, Donna. You're always in your head. You're never at home. You never help around the house.
Okay, I get it. I'm a total screw-up. Are you happy now?
Let's just talk about this in the morning.
Fine. I've done all I can. You two can sort it out amongst yourselves.
I know Em can come on a bit strong at times, but she loves you. She has your best interests at heart.
Can we change the record, please? I just want to go to bed.
You seem a bit anxious. Has something happened?
Just tired.
I'm not your sister. I'm not going to ask where you were. But you can always tell me if you're in trouble.
I promise. Nothing to worry about.
I love your sister, Donna. I just want us all to be safe and get along.
Very good. Can we go now?
You're sure nothing happened tonight? There's nothing wrong?
100%.
Okay. Let's get ourselves home before I get a scolding too.
Still haven't heard back from Viv. He's probably with Becky. Do you think they shall? Definitely.
You seen that Bill and Wendy are going out together?
I thought they were already seeing each other.
No, they've been seeing each other for a bit, but now they're actually going out.
Bill's such a player. I wonder how long that will last.
Don't you guys answer your phones anymore? Been texting all night.
We had to go off the grid. I smashed my phone so they couldn't use my GPS.
My phone's out of battery. How did it go with your sister?
No problem. You know Emma. She's just full of hot air. Has he said anything?
Not a peep. He just sat there staring at us. Pretty weird.
I didn't dare sleep. I don't trust Viv's knot-tying skills.
Hey!
I can't believe how tired I am. Did you bring any food?
Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I didn't think.
Okay, let's get some supplies. We could do with tying the fella up a bit more securely.
Cool. Becky, you stay here. Me and Viv will head out.
Hang on, that's bullshit. You just got here. How about you stay and me and Viv go?
It's cool. I'll watch him. You both go and bring back some food. And some zip ties or something.
All right. Whatevs.
Come on already. I'm getting hangry.
You must be shattered. You and Viv chatting all night. What did you talk about?
You didn't mention anything about me to your sister last night, yeah?
No, I told you. Emma's fine.
Just, it was self-defense, yeah? And he's not dead or anything, so it's not even a crime, really?
I'm not an idiot. I didn't say anything.
It was Viv's idea to tie him up, and if you hadn't got stuck on that fence or whatever, we wouldn't even be in this situation.
Mr. Hughes is going to kick off if we have much more time off school.
Screw school, it's the least of our problems. So what are we getting again? Some stuff to tie the guy up with and some sort of weapon?
Yeah. Why don't you leave the talking to me?
As if I would actually say it like that.
Hi, can I have a Stanley knife, a roll of duct tape, and a bunch of double thick zip ties?
How old are you? Shouldn't you two be in school?
It's a teacher training day.
Right. Wear your school uniform every day, do you?
Listen, we just want this stuff and we'll leave. If you want to dob us into our school, go ahead.
We don't care.
Well, maybe a little.
I'm just pulling your leg, girls. I did my fair share of skiving when I was your age, but I can't sell you this knife. You're not old enough.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
That went well. Oh, it's fine. I nicked all that stuff when we first walked in there, just in case. Oh, you little thief! Come on, let's not hang about. I'm not exactly thrilled about walking around town with all this murder stationery on us. Mr. Hughes.
What are you two doing here? Why aren't you at school?
Ah, yeah. Sorry, we're just running a bit late. Becky, wanted some company regarding a medical issue. Nothing serious, just a bit, personal. Right. Thanks, Donna.
I take it you got permission to leave the school premises? I'll make a phone call to your form tutors to check, shall I?
Donna?
Hang on a second. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Family problems?
Look, I don't have time for this. Just get back to school and we'll talk about this another time.
Too close. You've got crap chat, that's your problem. Piss off. I got us out of that, didn't I? Yeah, well done. Come on, let's just get some food and go back. Do you think it would be weird if I asked Vivek out? What? Yeah, he's a sweetie. Would it be weird? Yeah. Yeah. It probably would be weird. You're right. That's what I thought too at first. But opposites can attract, can't they? And I could use a good roll around. What's up? You've gone quiet. I'm fine. Don't be weird. What's going on? Fine. Be like that. Oh, we completely forgot to get Viv anything to eat. Oh, just don't mention it to him. He's probably forgotten anyway.
Hey!
Donna forgot to get you any food. Hey! We both forgot.
No worries. Probably should head back anyway. I'll get food at home.
If it's any consolation, we did manage to get hold of a box cutter and a bunch of cable ties.
Okay. I guess we can tie him up a bit more securely. Okay, he's not going anywhere for now.
I think I'll keep hold of that lead pipe all the same. I really need to go.
Me too. Need to figure out a good excuse where I've been on the way home.
I'll walk with you.
Donna, you okay staying here while we're gone?
Of course. If he tries anything, I'll do a Becky and smash him over the head again. Nice.
We'll be back as soon as we can. I just need to make an appearance for Dad.
Did he say anything while you were looking after him?
Nope. I did try talking to him, but not a word.
Hey, hot stranger! We're going now. Please don't eat our friend. I'll see you both later then. Bye, Donna. Come on, Viv. This is stupid. We should have just called the police last night. Probably would have got away with a caution, maybe an ASBO at most. But I think that ship sailed now, hasn't it? What do you think? Not much of a talker, are you? I'm still waiting for you to say something. Or is that your tactic? To throw me off guard? Yeah, that's your plan, isn't it? To hope that I'll feel guilty and set you free. All right, well, I'll just amuse myself then.
Is Becky your friend?
You spoke. Say that again.
Is Becky your friend?
Wait. You know Becky?
Of course.
Oh, you do?
She hit me. She's why I'm with you now.
Oh, I see. Hang on a minute. She was acting in self-defense. She was protecting me.
Could I stretch my legs a moment?
You must think I was born yesterday.
I would have asked your friends last night, but they were too deep in their own conversation.
What were they talking about?
My legs are stiff.
If I let you walk around a bit, do you think you can be a bit more straightforward with me?
I can try.
I must be out of my mind. Hold still. So, what were Becky and Vivek talking about?
They were very animated with each other.
That's a little vague.
This matters to you, doesn't it?
We had a deal, remember?
Do you find it difficult opening up to people?
What is this, therapy? Please. I get enough of that from my sister.
Emma?
How'd you know that?
You mentioned her last night.
So you were awake the whole time? No offense, but that's a bit creepy.
I'm interested.
I'm interested. You know how condescending that sounds? It's exactly the sort of crap Emma would say, just to piss me off.
I see.
Yeah, well, I can't wait until I'm 18. I'm gonna move out, get a flat with my friends, you know, not deal with her crap.
Sounds like you hate her.
What? She's my sister. I don't hate her. I just wish she'd give me a little space. She didn't have an older sister nagging her when she was growing up.
You'd be better on your own.
What are you saying?
I think I would like to sit down now.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Last night, when you made the water glow, what was that?
I enjoyed our talk earlier.
Stop trying to change the subject.
If you promise not to tell anyone, maybe I could show you.
Sure. Show me what you got.
Come a little closer.
Hey!
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Are you alright, Donna?
Don't mind her. Just show me what you did last night.
Okay. Getting a little weird in here.
So now you've gone quiet all of a sudden? Because of Becky? Don't worry, she's not going to hurt you.
Stop pissing around. It's not funny. We're in some real shit here, Donna.
Fine, don't believe me then. Is Viv on his way?
Nah, I texted to say he was in shit with his dad.
He didn't text me.
How long are we going to keep this up? Moise is throwing a sick house party tonight. Everyone's going to be there.
I guess we should properly talk it through when we're all here. I gotta go, Becky. I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, Ash. Where is everybody?
Your mum was feeling a bit poorly, so took herself to bed. Emma's out at the moment.
Oh. Hope Mum's okay. Sorry I'm late. I had to stay after school. Okay, well, I think I'll go straight to bed. I'm shattered.
How was school today?
Yeah, good.
I thought if you had to stay late, you must have had detention.
Oh. Yeah, I did, but it's fine. Anyway, probably should be getting to bed.
Where's your school bag, Donna?
What's with the Spanish Inquisition?
Oh, I see you've decided to grace us with your presence.
She's been at detention, apparently.
Is Mum all right?
She's fine. By the way, thanks for cooking dinner tonight. We all really enjoyed it.
Just Ash said she was poorly.
I said she's fine.
Perhaps give your sister some space this evening, Donna.
Look, I just asked if Mum was okay. Why are you on my case about it?
I've enough to worry about without dealing with you again tonight, Donna. You're late home again. After all the palaver of last night.
I was playing football with Becky.
I thought you said you were at detention.
It's always Becky and Vivek beginning to think they matter more to you than your own family.
Oh, sick of this. I'm going out.
Where are you going?
Oh, none of your damn business!
Specs, leave a message.
Just checking in. Hope you're okay. Slight change of plan. I'm heading back over now.
are you doing back here?
It's all right, we can swap. Feel free to go to Moyes' party.
Seriously?
Yeah, go and have fun.
Awesome.
Anything interesting happen while I was gone?
Nah. You heard from Viv? I wonder if he can make Moises too.
I don't care. Go and ask him. Sounds like you'll both have a great time.
I'll give him a call.
Phone working now then?
What?
I tried calling you earlier.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'd switched it off to save battery.
You should leave your phone on when you're here alone.
Okay, cool. See you later.
You seem upset.
I don't want to talk about it.
Is it your sister?
Are you thick or something? Oh, get the hint.
I thought we could continue our conversation from earlier.
Okay. Let's get something straight here. I'm not your mate. We're not going to be friends at the end of this. So you should be careful about pissing me off right now, unless you want to see the bottom of that pool.
I understand.
You just sit there and be quiet.
Donna?
This is my knife.
You asked me a question yesterday.
This doesn't make sense. Your hands have been tied the whole time.
You wanted to see what it is that I can do. Do you still want to see?
Yes.
Then loosen my restraints.
Ash! What are you doing here?
I had a suspicion you were keeping a secret. I was worried about you. So I followed you down here. Waited outside to see if you'd come out.
I don't know what to say.
I need to get Emma.
Ash, wait! Oh my god, someone stop her! Please, Ash! Stop a second! I can explain everything!
The next station is Saltcellar Lane.
Previously on Last Stop.
Dad!
I know, I'm running late. Let me get sorted, I'll be quick.
What's the deal with Jack's post always coming to us?
Do you have any post for us?
Yeah, I do. Here you go.
You see that? Couldn't even bother to bring me my damn post.
I like him.
Are you guys alright?
You two. We're made for each other.
Molly, you're okay.
Are you here to see my dad? I think he's sick.
Yeah, can you let me in?
Okay, I guess you're not a stranger. He's locked himself in his bedroom.
I'll go and talk to him.
Oh God! Oh God, what the hell has happened to me?
Jack? Please say that's you in there.
Me, you. What the hell's going on? Why do I look like a terrible, fat old man?
Keep your voice down. You're scaring my daughter.
Who the hell are you? Why do you sound like me?
Just open the door.
Jesus H. Christ! You've stolen my body!
I don't want it. Give me my body back.
Wait.
I thought I recognised this face in the mirror.
If this is your body, that must make you the bloke who brings the post!
Seriously? My name's John. We've met like 10 times. Look, this is not important right now.
Help! Help!
Shut up! What the hell are you doing? Your dad's a little bit unwell, so I'm going to take you to school. That's all right, isn't it?
Sure. What's wrong with my dad?
Oh, he's fine. He just hit his head on the sink, when he was cleaning his teeth. I told him to have a little lie down.
But Mr. Gilbert said if you have concussion, you shouldn't sleep because you might not wake up again.
He doesn't have concussion.
But are you a doctor, Jack?
Sure.
Is Dad going to have to go to hospital again?
Don't worry. He's fine.
He has to go to the doctor about his heart sometimes.
Trust me, Mole. He'll be fine.
You've never called me Mole before. Will you make sure Dad's okay when I'm at school? He can't have fried food. He isn't allowed.
Well, I'm just going to pop home after this to check on him.
Or cheesecake. He'll ask you for it, but you say no.
Hey, Molly. Hello, whoever you are.
Hey, Shaz. This is Jack.
Hello, Jack. Molly, where's your dad?
He hit his head on a sink and has concussion.
Oh, my God!
So, Jack brought me to school while he sleeps it off.
Thanks for that colourful interpretation there. He's fine, he's just a bit ill.
Who are you again?
I told you, he's Jack.
Molly, why don't you run along to school?
Okay.
Okay, what's really happened to John? And why the hell are you taking his daughter to school?
Okay, I can explain.
You better. I'm calling the police.
I'm, John's cousin.
Right. Why don't I believe you?
Test me if you like. Ask me something that only someone close to John would know.
I'm not playing games.
Please.
Well, what's John's mum called?
Agatha Smith.
Biggest phobia?
Black cats. Terribly superstitious.
You really John's cousin?
It's a complicated story. Look, I'm glad I bumped into you, actually. He asked whether you could tell Clive he won't be in today.
He's going to be in the shit for that. But sure, I can tell him.
Thanks, Shaz. Shazia. I appreciate it.
John's so fragile. I often say he could use some help around the house.
Yep. That's our John. Right. You're not going to scream at me again, are you? He's done a runner.
Get away from me, you lunatic.
Amy, it's me! It's Jack!
Come any closer and I swear I'll knock you to the floor.
Amy!
Jack, what the hell? Do you know this guy?
Amy, it's me! I'm Jack!
He's my neighbour. He's not feeling very well. I think he just took some tablets. LSD or something.
How does he know my name?
He's lying! Amy, it's me! We've been friends forever!
Oh, I guess I told him about you.
Why? What did you tell him?
Oh, you know, that you're a good friend. That I can open up to you and you'll listen. Yeah, you're a good listener. Well done for listening.
Your favourite ice cream's rum and raisin, your favourite sport is basketball, you secretly smoke, but you never tell anybody.
Shut up! Did you seriously tell him all this shit about me?
No. I, keep a diary. And he read it. The bastard. Oh well, I'll look after him. Why don't you go to,
Work?
Don't go! Amy! Amy, help me! I need your help!
Yeah, you go to work. Come on, Jack. I mean, John. Let's get you home.
Yeah. Bye.
Amy! Jack! Stay away from me. You've done this. You've put a spell on me or something. You're evil.
Hang on a minute. We're both in exactly the same situation. Notice how much calmer I am. Now stop so we can talk about this.
Just leave me alone. Oh, my body feels so weird. Jesus, don't you ever exercise?
Yeah, that's my body telling you to slow the hell down.
I can't even look at you. This is so messed up.
It's the same for me as it is for you, you know. Come on. I'll buy you a coffee. Have you got any idea how this might have happened?
No, oddly enough, this is my first time swapping bodies.
Something like this doesn't just happen randomly. There's got to be some cause, some connection between the two of us.
Okay, give me a moment to process this.
Shit! What must they be thinking at work?
Well, I'm you, right? I've got your phone here. Let me call in sick for you.
Actually, not a bad idea. Okay, look for Sonia in my contacts. She's the receptionist at work. Tell her I got the squits or something.
Maybe I'll improvise. Okay. It's ringing.
Superfab Games. Sonia speaking.
Oh, hi, Sonia. It's Jack. I've got a wobbly tummy and can't make it in today.
Ah, Skyver. No worries, I'll tell Derek. Enjoy your lie-in.
Well, she didn't buy that, but I think you're all right.
Yeah, Sonia's safe. Hey, hang on a minute, your phone's buzzing.
Answer it. Say you're me.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I see, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Are you going to tell me who that was?
It was your daughter's school. I said to let them know in future if you plan to keep Molly home for the day.
Such an idiot. I shouldn't have taken her to school. She must have been so confused about everything.
Well, you did drop her off in my body. I mean, she possibly thought that was a little bit weird.
Shut up and help me look for her.
Hey, relax. Look, she's probably just in the park, right? Playing on the swings, like, you know, like a kid. You need to chill out.
She does like the swings. Okay, let's try there first.
It feels seriously weird being you. Ugh, everything jiggles about as I move.
Can you focus on the matter at hand? My daughter may have been kidnapped.
Mate, she's probably just drinking cider behind a tree somewhere.
She's 8.
Oh. Alcohol-free cider?
Molly! Thank goodness you're all right.
Oh, hi Jack. Nice to see you.
This is going to take some explaining.
So I didn't go to school. Am I in trouble?
What? Nah, we're cool. No worries.
Molly, promise me you'll never do that again. You scared me to death.
Why are you both being so weird? Dad, I was worried you were poorly, so I wanted to go home. But then I got scared you'd be angry.
Are you going to tell her or am I?
There's something we need to talk to you about. Let's get you home.
How come Jack's here?
I think you should ask John that. I mean, Jack.
We have something to tell you that affects all three of us.
Is it about our post?
Okay, let me see. Oh, you know on Halloween, where everyone dresses up in different clothes and pretends to be someone else? Well, this is a little bit like that.
What?
Our brains have got swapped.
Yeah, that's basically it. And I know I don't look it, but I'm your dad. Is that weird?
And I'm Jack. Just so we're clear.
You've swapped brains?
Yes.
And you're my dad?
Yeah.
And this isn't a joke?
No.
Okay.
Chicken dippers. Solid dinner choice, John.
They're the business.
So, what happens now?
We get our old bodies back.
All right.
Dad, you've got a sauce down your front.
That shirt's limited edition.
It's all right. It'll come out in the wash.
It won't. You both look a bit of a state. You should dress each other up properly.
It's true. We need to swap wardrobes.
Okay, let's see what I've got to work with. She's a smart kid.
I know. I'm a lucky dad.
How do you put up with feeling out of breath all the time?
Yeah, you get used to it.
I don't know how my clothes look so bad when you wear them. We're going to have to perform a wardrobe transplant on you. Go and get some clothes from the wardrobe in my bedroom. Right, well, it's been quite a day. I should probably be getting to bed soon.
Well, you can't stay here.
Of course I can. It's my place.
I thought we went over this. For all intents and purposes, you and me. The neighbours will ask questions if I'm walking Molly to school every day.
So what are you saying? You want me to move in?
I'm sorry. None of this is ideal.
The more I think this through, the more problems there are. What about work? I can't keep calling in sick. I'm guessing you have a job too?
Yeah, you're right. I need to figure that out too. Any suggestions?
On Monday, we're going to have to cover for each other. I'm going to have to pretend to be you, and you're going to have to pretend to be me.
The next station is Platt Square.
Previously on Last Stop.
You right, babe?
Yeah, just had a long day.
My babe's saving the world again, is she?
The most exciting desk job there is.
See, you've met Amy.
Is that her name?
She's getting fast-tracked.
What?
I've decided to include Amy in the selection process. Let's see who comes out on top.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, it's the traitor. How's life inside the military-industrial complex? Blown up any babies with your death robots this week?
No, sorry. But hey, maybe when you overthrow the government, you can have me thrown in the gulag. That might cheer you up.
All I see in the news these days is robots. Robots killing people, robots taking jobs, robots having sex with people. You know, in my day, we'd have balloted if someone tried to give a job to a bloody robot. Strong industrial action is what we need.
How's the ticker? You been doing your exercises like Dr. Lund recommended?
That's another thing that's gone to the dogs. The state of the health service in this country.
Okay, before you get deep into another one of your rants, do you fancy going for a walk?
Nini, you're just trying to shut me up? Well, I won't fall for it.
I guess I'll feed the pigeons without you then.
Well, don't dawdle. Lead on. Why do I never get to see my grandson?
He came over the other week.
But you come over here every day.
A thankless task, I might add. Your allotment doing okay?
Bastards took it away from me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Dare I ask why?
The fascists closed ranks and forced me out. Didn't have the stomach for my radical proposals.
And there it is.
Here you go, comrades. Get your beaks around this manky old bread.
Dad.
I call these two Tony and Alistair. Mangy old bear.
Did you or Mum ever have an affair?
What?
I mean, it can't have always been smooth sailing, right?
Where did you get that idea? Our marriage was strong. Your mother shone like gold. You know, she saw the beauty in all things, Nini. No matter how cracked and broken. Spending 40 years seeing the world through her eyes was a privilege.
We used to drive her up the wall. Remember that time we took in that injured sparrow?
Yes, we put it in the airing cupboard, and it made a mess of all her nice clothes. Oh, your mother loved coming here to feed the birds. You know, everything took a turn for the worse when she left us.
It did, didn't it?
You had a loving family. I don't know why you turned out like you did.
Come on, let's go.
Had enough of me, I see. Okay, take me home. I imagine you're in a hurry to get back to work.
No, I'm done for the day.
Good. You'll have time for a cuppa then. I had Julia come round here the other day. You know, Julia from the book club. Anyway, she was trying to get me to sponsor a boy to climb some hill in South America. Can you believe the cheek of it? What does climbing a mountain, let alone traveling all the way to Argentina, have to do with charity? They've got it the wrong way round. I'm not paying for someone to have a lavish holiday. Who do they think they are? It's an insult, to be honest. And if you want a holiday, you can have a weekend in Wales like the rest of us. Don't be shy. I'll have a little more sugar. Keep it coming. A little more.
Seriously?
Nini, fetch the chocolate biscuits.
What is this? Is this what I think it is?
Put it away, poking around in other people's business.
What the hell are you doing with drugs in your flat?
Oh, stop being such a wet blanket. They're therapeutic. You know, I use them scientifically.
I just can't fathom it. You, of all people! Why would you?
They're psychedelics. Safer than riding a bus, you know. I take them to broaden my mind.
Where are you getting them from?
Oh, so the stuffed shirt is taking an interest, huh? You want some too? Try one of mine if you like.
No, I mean, just tell me who the dealer is.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the things I've seen, Nini. A bizarre city in the middle of the desert with strange beings with red and green skin, and a huge flower with glowing walls. Trippy, huh?
His name, Dad.
Calls himself Spider. He was very easy to find. I looked him up online at the library. Here, I'll write down his phone number.
I need to meet someone. You'll stick those in the bin as soon as I'm gone, okay?
Oh, yes, Chad. Leave me be.
Can I help you?
You're Wendy, right? Your dad's told me all about you.
Right.
I'm Mina, your dad's friend.
I know who you are.
Oh, good. Well, going anywhere nice?
Nope.
I feel like we've got off on the wrong foot. Maybe we can start over? Not now, obviously, but another time.
Sure. I like your wedding ring, by the way.
Hey, you. Didn't expect to see you today.
Your daughter seems nice.
Did she haul you over the coals?
Yeah, a bit.
She'll be fine.
Oh, well. I'd probably hate me in her shoes.
Probably.
Ooh. Let me in, troublemaker. I'm gonna make you suffer for that.
What?
Hello, Mr. Spider. Good to meet you. How are you?
Is this a wind-up or something?
Right. How's this work, then? Bit of small talk until you're ready to get down to business?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, well, that's a shame. If you're not interested in my money, I'll have to phone that other guy.
Come to the alley off Cherry Tree Lane in about 30 minutes.
You the bird on the phone?
Your spider.
Yeah, we doing business or what?
Jesus, what are you playing at? You do all your deals around the back of a primary school? Anyway, this little business, it's over. No more dealing, no more clients. You're done. Find another profession.
You what?
A bit slow on the uptake, eh, Spider? Let me put it more clearly. If you sell drugs again, I'll absolutely obliterate you.
Got some mouth on you. Jog on, love, before I take it to heart.
Oh dear. Wrong answer. I'm afraid I'm going to have to hurt you now.
You serious? Ow, ow, yeah, that's my arm.
Gavin Briggs, flat 114, Oriel House, the Villas. Very nice. You've done well for yourself. Hopefully this gets my point across. What do you think, Gavin?
Yeah.
Beg pardon?
Yes, absolutely.
Good boy. I'm gonna keep hold of this license, just in case I ever need to hand it in to the authorities.
You're not the police? Who the hell are you?
I'm your worst nightmare. Pray that you need never set eyes on me again.
No woman disrespects Spider. You've got bare bad things coming your way.
You're having fun with your extracurricular activities.
What?
You know, all the extra work you've been doing. Should be getting paid overtime for working so hard, so late.
Why do you always have to work late, Mum?
I feel like I'm being ganged up on here.
Mum has a really important job. It's like a big competition where the best win. And Mum is the best.
You're the best as well.
Certainly the best cook in this family.
Right. Bedtime.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Come on, Dylan. I'll tuck you in.
Oh, Dad, can't you do it?
Listen to your mum.
No. That's all right. I'll clean up here. You take him up. I'm gonna have to cancel tonight.
Why? What's wrong?
You know what? I think Dan's getting suspicious.
So what do you want to do?
Let's play it by ear. I'll text you.
At Q3D, we're dedicated to making your life easier. Automation, machine learning, blockchain security. You can put your trust in Q3D. Q3D, seizing the future.
Hughes, you didn't disappoint. I had a look through your examination results. They're very strong.
Can I assume that means I got the job?
Not quite yet. I want to give Amy another shot. We're going to do another round of interviews. Just the two of you.
Sir, with respect, I am the far more qualified candidate.
This assignment means a great deal to me. There's a long personal history attached to this. You can understand why I want to be absolutely sure I have the right person.
When have I ever let you down?
I'm not afraid of a little competition.
Okay. Bring it on.
There she is.
The next station is Cobbett Square.
Previously on Last Stop.
Has he said anything?
Not a peep. He just sat there staring at us.
Do you think it would be weird if I asked Vivek out?
It's always Becky and Vivek. Sick of this. I'm going out.
Is Becky your friend?
What was that?
Come a little closer.
Ash!
I need to get Emma.
Please, Ash! Stop a second! I can explain everything. Ah!
You got your date tonight, love?
Yeah. No idea where she's going to take me, though.
Nice to see you putting yourself out there.
Yeah. Had enough of being single at this point.
What are you both talking about?
Emma's taking a lovely girl out tonight.
I should probably get ready for work.
Oh, don't be shy. I want all the latest goss.
Just enjoy yourself, love.
Does this mystery woman have a name?
Hazel.
Sounds fancy.
She's from Croydon.
You doing okay, Mum?
I'm okay. I'm just going to have a little lie down. Don't think I've fully woken up yet.
You all right?
Of course, hon. Just one of my wobbles.
Okay. Top tip. Don't wear your uniform tonight.
Let's go for a walk. I need to talk to you about something.
Okay.
I'm worried about Mum.
Stop overreacting. She just lost her balance, that's all.
Mum is really going to need our help from now on. We've both got to pull through for her.
Okay.
Donna, I mean it. I don't want to see you staying out with your friends all night anymore.
I'm not out all night.
I'm not trying to have an argument. Please just promise you'll spend some time with Mum this evening.
That's not like you. What's wrong?
I think it's probably best you know what's going on.
Well, don't leave me hanging.
Let's find somewhere quiet to talk. Mum's not well.
Oh, what? Like the flu or something?
No. I mean, she's really not well.
Oh.
She's been having some tests and they've not come back great.
She's gonna be okay, though.
I don't know.
Mum's a trooper. She'll be alright.
I'm gonna be late for work.
But the problem is, there's just no way that they could have survived the radiation in the spacesuits that they were wearing. Like, no one can explain that part. It's not even a conspiracy, it's just fact. Look it up. Have you seen The Shining? Donna, hey.
Hey! Not getting bored yet?
I passed the time doing some spring cleaning. I managed to take down that old plastic sheet at the back of the pool.
We need to sort out what we're doing here long term. I don't know how much more school I can miss.
Oh yeah, sure. We can talk about it when I come back tonight.
How was Moise's party? Becky said she was going.
The other night? Nah, I couldn't get away from Dad.
Oh, cool. I mean, sorry you missed out.
Yeah. By the way, you should take some time to explore this place. There's an upstairs area at the back which is worth a look. I'll see you later.
Up for a walk?
How are you feeling today?
Everyone seems to be asking me the same questions these days. I'm fine.
That's good. You seemed a little unlike yourself the other night.
Did I? Well, these are strange times.
How's your sister?
She seems okay. She's got a date tonight.
Interesting. She's not sad.
What? No, she's all right. Oh, Viv. Hey, I know. Let me take a photo of you.
You want to take a photo of me?
Yeah, come on. It'll be funny.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I've just got to free up some space on my phone. I know that you're pretending to be my prisoner. I've seen what you can do. I don't understand why you don't want to leave.
Right now, I'm happy where I am.
Okay, well, what if we decided to stop coming back here? Would you go to the police?
If you didn't think I would, you would have no reason to keep me here.
You like being our prisoner, don't you?
How does it make you feel?
No, you don't. Enough of your super intense questions. I want to know about you.
What do you want to know?
What's your name?
Why do you assume I have one?
Your name is now Starey McStareface. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Are you building a guerrilla army?
No.
Why do you only talk to me and not the others?
You're not like the others.
Okay. Let's play a game. Have you heard of word association? I'll say a word, and then you say what it makes you think of. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Home.
Here.
Sex.
Essential.
Need.
You.
That's my mum's favourite song.
It's lovely.
Haven't heard it in a while.
What's wrong, Donna?
Mum's ill. But it's fine. She'll be all right.
Why do you think that?
Sorry?
People are frail. If she's old, your mother will probably die.
You're horrible.
Have I done something wrong?
Time's up. Come on. I'm taking you back to your chair.
Look who's back!
Hey.
You okay?
Sure.
Come on, let's go for a walk. I take it you weren't a fan of my attempts at interior decorating?
Oh, I'm sorry, Viv. The den's great. That was really sweet.
I figured if the three of us are spending more time here...
Heard from Becky?
Dunno, not heard from her since Moise's party.
Thought maybe she was going to ask you out. Well, I mean, she told me she was going to.
She did, actually. Why do you care about Becky asking me out? Is that why you're upset?
No, it's not that.
I mean, I don't see why you'd care about who I went out with.
It's Mum.
Unless you do care who I go out with.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you something.
Sorry. What's up with your mum?
Just give me a hug, yeah?
Wow.
Leaving me to make the first move. What are you like?
Sorry. I wanted to for a while, but I didn't know if you liked me.
Well, maybe we can make up for lost time.
What do you mean?
I don't want to be alone tonight. Will you keep me company?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
station is Saltcellar Lane.
Previously on Last Stop.
What's wrong with my dad?
Jesus! You've stolen my body!
We're both in exactly the same situation. There's got to be some cause, some connection between the two of us.
You've swapped brains?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll look too suspicious if I'm alone with Molly.
On Monday, we're going to have to cover for each other. I'm going to have to pretend to be you, and you're going to have to pretend to be me.
So what's the plan?
The only way this is going to work is if we imitate each other exactly. It's got to be perfect, right? So good that even my own mother wouldn't know the difference.
All right, Danny Ocean.
Let him finish. This sounds fun.
First order of business, 7:30 a.m. Run with Amy. Amy's got a mind like clockwork. She is a stickler for punctuality. If you're even a minute late, she'll suspect something's up.
Right. And if I am, she'd automatically think I'm an imposter.
You don't know Amy.
Jack loves Amy.
I do not.
Have you both finished?
Let's review the itinerary. 7:30 a.m, run with Amy. 7:50, visit coffee shop. 7:52, order skinny caramel macchiato, no foam. 7:53, consume beverage.
7:55, put head in microwave.
8:15, buy Molly a new mobile phone.
Okay, now he's messing around.
So, I meet Amy. How do I explain what happened yesterday?
First, you'll have to put her completely at ease. She's a bit of a detective or something, so don't be all nervous, all right? She can smell fear. Just be super casual.
Okay. So I'll just go up to her and say, "Morning, sweetheart."
Pardon?
Dad, no.
Try and bring it into the 21st century, yeah? Look, just distract her somehow. Talk about something she loves.
We're out of cereal.
What do you want? Cornflakes?
Focus. Look, Amy's a big theatre nerd. She could talk for hours about various plays she's into. It's incredibly boring. She's also been saying she fancies a holiday. Distract her with that.
Holiday, theatre, got it. So, got any holidays planned?
What was the deal with that pisshead the other day? How come you're hanging out with fat middle-aged blokes?
Oh, him? Don't worry about that. But since you asked, he's actually a great guy. You know, salt of the earth type.
So are we going for this run or what?
I always think of him as meat and potatoes. You know, no fuss. Some people say that's a rare quality.
Keep up if you can.
Wow, I feel great. I've not been able to run like this in years.
You spent enough time on the treadmill.
I guess I can be a bit of a pillock, right? Ignorant, you could say.
Well, you're no role model, but I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad.
What do you mean about me not being a good role model?
Enough with the chit-chat. You give me a stitch.
Come on. Let me hear it. What is it that makes me such a bad person?
Bad person? You're harmless. I just said you don't set a good example. You're just like me. You're a total workaholic and a massive geek.
A massive geek? Not too bad. Yeah, I can live with that.
All right, Jack.
That was great. I feel fantastic. So, when can we do this again?
What's going on with you? You all right?
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Call you tomorrow?
No, it's fine. I'll call you. Take care of yourself, okay, Jack?
We'd better get our story straight for Shaz.
Shaz is great. You're going to love her.
Hang on, what do you mean story?
Oh, well, I had to make something up on the spot yesterday. From now on, we're related.
Huh?
Welcome to the family, Jack.
Oh, it's you. I was just talking to John about his mysterious cousin.
All right, cuz. You know, I don't tell you this nearly enough, but you are definitely the handsome one in the family.
Hiya, Shaz. It is Shaz, right? I think John must have told me that.
So, now your family secret's out, I'm dying to know more. What was it like growing up with John as your cousin?
Can't complain. You know, John, a total gent. Always has been.
That's kind of you to say, Jack. I would only add that it was made easier by you being such a kind, considerate, patient, intelligent, handsome young man.
So how long's Jack in town for?
Oh, not long.
For the foreseeable.
Just a few days, really.
Better get used to him. He's going to be around a while.
Nah. I'll be out of your hair before too long.
Sounds like you both need to get your stories straight. Where were you before you came to London, Jack?
Oh, you know, staying at home, playing computer games.
He was in Cambodia.
Wow, Cambodia.
Yeah, he was working for the UN. You know, peacekeeping, noble stuff.
John, I think you're boring her.
He's done well for himself. Now he runs this high-tech start-up you see selling solar-powered submarines to the super rich.
Rein it in a bit, John.
Well, that all sounds fascinating. I hope life isn't too slow-paced for you while you slum it with us. Well, I'm going to head off, John. Don't be too late.
Cheerio.
See you later.
She's nice.
Submarines.
Too much?
So what is it that you do for a job anyway?
Are you a taxidermist?
A taxidermist? No, I'm a creative. I work in design. I'm an artist.
Taxidermists are people who take animals and pull out their insides and make them stand up and things. It's awesome.
You having me on? An artist? Doing what?
So hard to believe? I work in the interactive medium. You know, video games.
That's so cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, not traditional games like shooters or RPGs or free-to-play stuff. My team makes empathy games. It's art, really. You know, games which say something about the human condition. Cutting-edge stuff.
If you say so.
I played this game where you had to run really fast over a road. Only I didn't, and I got hit by a train. I died.
There's one we have at work on a screensaver where you navigate through a maze. Did you do that one?
No. That wasn't me.
Did you make that one with the train?
No? No, I didn't. Sorry.
You should have been a taxidermist.
So where do you work?
Superfab. It's not far from your office, actually.
And people pay you to do this?
Yeah. Some people say game makers are the new rock stars.
Dad, can you put me in one of Jack's video games?
I struggle enough with the oven timer. I don't think this is going to work.
Don't sweat it. I'll walk you through it. Think of me as a master puppeteer and you my obedient marionette.
Don't forget, I need to be taken to school at some point.
Yeah. Now, first you need to find my desk. You can't miss it. It's the one with the robot doing the sick dab. Sneak past Sonia, the receptionist. Avoid any awkward questions. She's a bit dippy, so you shouldn't have any problems there.
She didn't sound that dippy on the phone.
You're mean, Jack.
How old are you, anyway?
8.5.
Good age.
Why?
Dunno.
Hello, stranger. You look well rested.
Thanks. You do too.
Thanks.
Get in there, Jack, my son. Good morning!
Derek's in a good mood.
Right, Derek. Yeah, the office clown.
I wouldn't tell him that. He'll have you fired.
He's my boss?
Yeah. Hey, you never told me how your holiday was.
Oh. Warm. Balmy. Great sunbathing weather. You should see my tan.
In Iceland.
Okay, well, I've got to run. Keep on keeping on.
Bye.
So, what do I do when I get there?
It's Monday. That means sprint planning. You're going to coordinate with your team on their tasks for the week.
Dad's no good with stuff like that.
Can't they just sort themselves out?
It's simple, trust me. Jonah's working on modelling the last of the cream cakes for Mrs. Clapton's tea shop. Letitia's putting the finishing touches to the AI for the retirement home scene with the shell-shock veteran. And Tobias is writing up the design for the interactive funeral procession. And Maya is midway through implementing Rumble support.
And this is a computer game?
Video game.
Your game sounds bad, Jack.
It's about embodying the experience of someone who's witnessed death and is coming to terms with their own mortality. It's poetic. It'll make you cry.
Jonah cakes, Letitia's shell shock, Tobias funerals, Maya Rumble.
See? You're a natural.
Hello. Good weekends, everyone? Get up to anything interesting? No. Okay, let's see. So I'm supposed to go around everyone and check what you're all working on. So, Jonah. You got something to do with an interactive funeral procession? No, sorry, maybe that's not right. Okay, Letitia. You're going to be doing cream cakes. By the way, feel free to step in if I get anything wrong. No? All right, then. Okay, Tobias. Are you rumbling? Actually, I'm not sure that's right. And finally, Maya. You're rumbling? Rumbling, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Look, even I can tell this meeting is a bit pointless. You all know what you're up to, even if I don't. I guess what you're really looking for is a pep talk, isn't it? Some words of encouragement. I'm sorry. I thought I could do this, but none of this comes naturally to me. You all look like nice, bright people. You don't need to listen to an old fart like me. I'm sorry that I can't give you anything more inspiring. Maybe I'll just leave you with the advice that my dad gave to me on my 18th birthday. Keep your head down. Don't take unnecessary risks. Stay out of debt. Cheers.
Come on, baby. Feel me now. Give me that Derek lovin'. Yes, yes, yes!
Hey, yo! This is ridiculous. What the hell?
Headshot! Come on, Jack. Let's have our catch up.
Okay.
Jack, I'm loving that TV series you recommended. Did you catch the latest episode? What did you think of the chapel scene?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
That the Lord forgives, I do not bit, and then he pulled out the machine gun and was all... blew that bugger's chin clean off.
It's, one for the archives.
Jack, I'll cut right to it. Your team is doing fantastic work. Really outstanding. But the publisher's over next month. Surprise visit. You know how these things go.
Sounds exciting.
It'll be a shit show. I need you and your guys to crunch for the next few weeks. Obviously, we'll take care of pizzas, takeaway, whatever you guys need.
You mean work overtime?
It'll be good fun, won't it? The team hard at it, down in the trenches together. We'll keep any 7-day stints to a minimum, but if you could have your boys free up the next few weekends, that'd be great.
Thanks, but no thanks. I've got plans. Sorry.
Jack, the company expects it of you, and you don't want to let the others down.
I mean, I'd love the overtime pay, don't get me wrong, but I can't give up that time right now.
Overtime pay? You're getting a little off message, Jack. As a line manager, I need you to set an example.
I'll set an example, all right? Bloody cheek.
Don't raise your voice to me. I expect the team to pull together, to show some passion.
Yeah, well, how about I show you something else?
Hey, Dad!
Oh. Hey, John.
Jack's got something to tell you.
Yeah, now, before I go into details, it's important you know that a lot of your colleagues were really impressed with how I handled things today.
Jack got fired.
Tell me she's joking.
No, I didn't get fired. Molly, don't tell your dad that. Okay, well, maybe I did get a little bit fired.
Told you.
Between you and me, I think that Clive fella overstepped his authority. I mean, I was just trying to give him some friendly advice.
This is a disaster.
It's all good. We've still got my job, and no offence, but it pays better too. I'll sort your pay slip.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Everything okay? Something go wrong?
I've got something to tell you.
Wait, what? You got fired as well?
Pretty eventful day, right?
This is not happening. What a nightmare.
Oh, but it was all gravy when you lost my job.
Do you two need some privacy?
Very cute.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna demolish a cheesecake. Who wants some?
I want 2 slices.
Hey, it's my figure you're ruining there. But yeah, I'll have a quarter.
A quarter? You'll get what's left, mate.
Square.
Previously on Last Stop.
You're Wendy, right?
I like your wedding ring.
Did you tell your daughter I'm married?
I don't keep secrets from her. She's a grown-up girl.
Hey, Dad. What is this? Who sold these to you?
Calls himself Spider. Very easy to find.
We doing business or what?
No more dealing. You're done.
You've got bare bad things coming your way.
That was good. We really should do this more often.
I can't do this again.
I mean, give me a moment. I didn't mean right this second.
I mean this. Us.
What do you mean?
Come on. You didn't really think this was going anywhere, did you?
So is that it?
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, can I meet you for a coffee sometime? I don't know, this all seems a bit rushed.
I need to get dressed. Okay, how are we doing? Am I late?
Yeah, by like 20 minutes. An apology would be nice.
Well, let's just get in there then.
Fine.
Hello, Dan. Mrs. Hughes. It's lovely to have a chance to talk to you both at last. It was getting late. I'd assumed you weren't coming.
I'm so sorry, we were held up.
How's Dylan doing, Mrs. Adeleke, is it?
Tamara, please. Sorry, I think this is the first time we've met.
This is my wife, Mina.
Pleased to meet you, Mina. Dylan's progress this term has been good. He's blossoming into quite the artist.
I can't believe some of the stuff he brings back from school.
Sorry, I've got to take this.
Mina, don't you think you could do this afterwards? I'm really sorry about this.
It's quite all right.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Well, as I was saying, Dylan has a keen interest in drawing.
Sorry, that's me again.
Mina, I'm really sorry about this.
It's fine. You two continue.
Well, I've never been so embarrassed.
You're overreacting. Dylan's doing fine. You did a good job at making me look like a crap parent in there, though. Thanks for that.
No, you're not a bad parent, Mina. You're never here to do any of it. When you are, I feel like you'd rather be somewhere else.
For Christ's sake, Dan, it's my job. This is what it takes. You wanted me working behind a desk. Well, this is it.
Fine. But how long are you going to keep working late like this? Because you won't tell me anything about your job. How can I know? I don't know how you can't understand why I'm frustrated by all of this.
I'm off. You can continue this on the way home if you want.
I tried calling the office earlier. They said you'd left for the day.
Well, I don't know why they'd say that. The receptionist doesn't have clearance to know my whereabouts.
Brilliant.
I feel like you want to ask something.
What's the point? You've always got an excuse.
Can we go out?
Eat your muesli.
And then can we go out?
No promises, not till that bowl is empty.
Even the grey bits?
Especially the grey bits.
This looks like rabbit food.
Alright, don't make me break.
Can we go to the park then?
Or maybe Mum would like to take you.
I was just about to head to the office.
Come on, Mum. You never go to the park.
Yeah, come on, Mum.
What are you pair like?
We're taking that as a yes.
Yeah.
All right, get your things.
Thanks, Mina.
Can I go on the swings?
Knock yourself out.
Mina Hughes, this is Harlequin. Please authenticate.
Hughes 47 Alpha Tango. What's up?
Amrit has left a memo here asking for your authorization on the Munich document. He's saying you must have forgotten.
Can I have some
I
money
can't
for
send
an
it off
ice
without
cream?
someone's signature.
Tell Amrit he can authorize this himself. He should know. I explained this to him on Wednesday.
I
Mum,
tried
are
reaching
you
him, but it went
listening?
to voicemail. We need this out today.
Mum!
Just a moment, Dylan. Look, forget it. I'll come by the office and sort this out myself. How about we get you home so you can watch some TV?
But we only just got here.
We can go to the park another time. I have to go to work.
You always say that. Fine, let's go then.
I'm sorry, Dylan. Are you mad with me?
What even is your job?
What do you think I do?
I don't know, something to do with lying to people?
That's not entirely incorrect.
So, what is it?
I could get in a lot of trouble.
Why can't you just tell me?
Fine. I work for a British private military security and intelligence company. My job is to monitor, support and execute orders for our investigators out in the field. The data is brought home to be analysed, packaged up and returned to the client, usually a government or private interest. How's that?
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, well, you wanted to know. Any ideas what you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a teacher, like Dad, and help people.
You can do better than that.
What, like you?
What did you just say?
Nothing. I just want to go home.
That's what I thought. Let's go then.